Alrighty, guys. So it's 3:30, time to wrap it up for today. We have, against all odds, just made new highs, and we are in price discovery territory again. Both the ES and Nasdaq. This is pretty spectacular. So after yesterday's pretty scary sell-off and pretty good retracement, we just kept getting continuation, and we just took out everything, not heading higher, and that is in face of two bad inflation prints. So the market is looking past that for now. I think this is the grace period you're going to get if the prints are still hot the next month or two, and you're going to probably see the market have a little bit of a hissy fit. But right now, they just shook that off and kept going, and we are back in price discovery. So new highs on the ES, new highs on the Nasdaq. As long as they can stay above the 7450s, in Nasdaq's case, stay above the 970, probably 950s. Sorry, 450s. So I would say 450s. You can stay above the 450s. I would stay on the long side to get started in the overnight. If they back off below that on either of them, I will start off range bound. But we have a pretty freaking good market coming up here, going in for tomorrow's trading. Now we do have action potentially happening over the weekend. Trump's going to come back from China, and there's going to be some good headlines about that. And then going into the weekend, I think that's going to be the big test, because that's where you're going to have people worrying about potential action kicking in. But tomorrow, though, we got jobless claims, retail sales, import-export prices all at 8:30. Retail sales is the one to watch. And nat gas report at 10:30. Also, business inventories at 10. So at 8:30 we get jobless claims, retail sales, import-export prices. At 10 o'clock we get business inventories. 10:30 we get a nat gas report. So that's what we got going tomorrow morning. And then on Friday we get Empire State and industrial production. But I mean, I think from Friday is going to be the key question. Going to be, are they going to be able to hold on to this given that potential action happening over the weekend? So we will see. Right now, market is in a good mood, heading higher, even in light of the bad print in front of it. So that tells you how strong it is. So staying on the long side to get started, looking to buy weakness against the 480s and 450s on the Nasdaq, against the 7450s on the ES. The rotation's back up, and then let's see how far they can take it. On the bonds, I think the two trades I took, on the trade I took one shakeout on the Nasdaq and one scratch. Sorry, one scratch on the ES and one shakeout on the ES and one scratch on the Nasdaq, at $5 and $7. I have not tried to get on this. I've been worried. I had a working order here for a bit against this guy. It didn't quite hit my limit. Just got shy of it, and then started trading higher, so I canceled it. Hopping on the long side here, as you can see. That's the typical thing you do when you start trading higher, hopping on the long side. Now, I was looking at it right here, but I wasn't quite sure. I was waiting for a little bit of rotation intra-bar, but I never got it. So they have start taking off to the upside on the Nasdaq. So, so I didn't, and right now it looks like it's stalling out. So I'm not going to be. I was tempted to be a little bit more aggressive here, but as I said, late in the day, yeah, no, just take your finger off the mouse for a second. So the entry, two entries. One could have been on that pullback right here. The other one after they start trading higher, and then a pullback there. And that's what I was waiting for. I didn't want it to be too aggressive on the first pullback here, but the second one here, I was waiting for it, never materialized. Now we got it down here, and I tried that one, did not get filled. I was trying basically against this area congestion. So against the tablet, this area congestion. So, but the market is moving pretty much. I mean, it's a pretty wide range. So this last bar, 520 down to the 490, so that's 20 points right there on that bar, and that's like 80 ticks. That's my whole stop size right there. So you can't be too bad on your trade location to if you're going to try to trade it. So staying on the long side to get started on the bond market. Well, 30-year auction didn't do much. Saved myself from a bad trade. That was early on here today. I was working an order here at the 31s or before the London closed. I realized it was the 30-year auction coming up, so I canceled that. It's like, okay, that's probably not going to be super. It kind of be a little bit volatile here. And look at that, what happened after that. Big rotation down, 5-tick rotation from my entry point. Would have been a low tick 5 tick loser. That would have sucked. And then they're right back up again, and then back and forth. Here's your auction. So not much happening after that one. So that's staying range bound. I will favor the short trade given the rotation downward seen in the overnight, and they're down here at the lower end at the 112. If they take this lower, yield's going to start spiking up towards 5%. Right now they're in the mid fours. So we'll see. But that's these guys. And I took a couple of silver trades on the a couple of silver trades on the cryptos. And here you have my, I get in, I had one in overnight, and I got in this shitty trade here, got caught in that thing, got stopped out. And I tried a long trade at the top bottom of the channel, got out here at the top. Now this is an interesting one because this is a potential bug. I've been trying to figure out what's happening here, but I closed this position on the mobile phone. So I was in a position. I sitting watching it, and I get on the phone, look at my position there, and this is on the Coinbase mobile app, right? Coinbase mobile app, and I closed the position from the app, and it closed the position, and it canceled the stop limit. I didn't expect, and then nothing. I didn't get the market order to fill, so I don't have a closing position here. So I'm the part of the in the platform. If I get out of sync, I force resync it to whatever the position is, but I'm missing a fill coming back in the API, and I'm asking their tech support about it, why that's happening, and it's actually not showing up. So it's very, very odd. But that was a position I opened on my platform. I've tried closing it on their web platform, and that works. But I have not been able to. When I did it on a mobile device, that did not work as expected. So we're looking into that right now. Anyway, so back to the ES and the Nasdaq. And they are just kind of holding in a range, kind of going sideways right now. So no point of being aggressive on any positions right now. So I'm down with this right now. All right, so we'll leave it there for now. So I'll see you back in the morning. We'll go at this again. All righty, guys, later. Have a good evening.